throughout this whole journey, madness, whatever we call it, there has been, particularly in the last weeks and months, a huge recontextualization of the past, of seeing the inner perfection in all of the times that I thought were terrible and hated and wanted to be rid of. And something has been coming up, which actually over the last few days, there has been an incredible desire to just be in contemplation and quiet and beauty. I think I've expressed a little bit of this to you on today's day. But this morning, it felt like a shift happened where all of these memories started surging, not just of the bad times that had been recontextualized into beauty, but actually all of the good times, or times which, at the time I really enjoyed, being on the Mediterranean and laughing with friends and drinking wine and, all of these very, very human things. These, not moments necessarily of spiritual joy, but very human joys, just moments of satisfaction in having done a presentation well in my old job, and just these very little moments. And it just came to me just before this that the beloved was always there. He was there too. He was there too. And even throughout this this whole thing, this whole spiritual journey, my mind has periodically said, "Oh, okay, yes, because now you really feel this joy. You see where the beloved was during your times of darkness, but now I'm also seeing where he was, not even during my times of darkness, but throughout all of it." And I'm just so grateful, and I'm just incredibly grateful for you and for who you are and for everybody here. So just thank you so much.
Beautiful, Karen. Thank you. It's hard to imagine. And then it becomes clear. All of the spiritual aphorisms and spiritual ambitions and the poetry and all of that becomes a direct experience. It's not that it's no longer metaphorical, it's that now you are metaphorical in it. And this also is human. It's maybe less commonly human, this experience of the divine perfection of all things. Moments past horrible and delightful. A sort of a perfection, a neutrality. And but this also now is human. And this also, where you're looking from now, this also will be transcended. And if you are continually coming back to the posture, the approach that was working, maintain this same posture. It is soften and allow. And this now is the thing that will guide you through all of the different octaves of consciousness. And this is, we know this as a deep humility. That increasingly, it doesn't know humiliation. It's a humility that's rooted in faith, that isn't prideful, doesn't condescend what was. And this humility is a deep, deep gratitude. Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this is joy. Krishna Priya, what did you call it?
Fragility.
How was it? Gragility. Gratitude, joy, and humility. Gragility. She told me yesterday. Gratitude, joy, and humility. And this is the essence of being and the posture of being. The perfume of being. And remember, no matter how ecstatic or how blissful, no matter how exalted, always a beginner. This too shall pass. Ever expanding, ever enlightening. Swami Satchidananda would say, no matter who you think you are, no matter how exalted the experience, rise above. And in this way, there's no end to humility, no end to gratitude, and no end to joy. And increasingly, you are contributing something to the world, to the collective consciousness that is a real service. And so enjoy this, really marinate in it, in gratitude and humility. Watch closely for the one who will sneak in, that will claim it. It will happen. It's not a problem. You don't need to battle with this one. And it's best not to, in fact. But just watch and see the pattern of how what we call ego seems to dissolve. And then we are released into a lighter, more expanded state of consciousness, of being. And then it, in the background, unaware to ourselves even, it reinvents itself, rises from the dead to claim the new experience. It also will call itself Kiran. And so just keep a gentle but vigilant, a softly vigilant sense of this separate self. And I celebrate also with you. And I think all of the Sangha will celebrate each of our victories. Huh? Because this is Sangha. Huh? And truly understand this. When we can come to a place where we can celebrate the success of another, our success will soon follow. This is the way. It's true. What you used to call envy now is an early indicator that your victory is at hand. Huh? You see the victory of another, and you know, in my joy for them, it shall also be mine. This is true. And now you take what would have been envy, notice it for what it is and how it appears. I'm envious. And then reframe it. Understand, this is a sign that I should become ready to receive. And in Sangha, your victory is our victory. Some weeks ago, in the Satsang contemplation, that first meditation, so lovingly, the voice came through, who will be the proof of my existence? And remember, with each of these victories, I think a little celebration is due, but then move quickly into your sobriety. Know that. Know that there is nothing to promote of yourself, nothing to defend of yourself. Because as you shift, it will take the people around you who love you to adjust. You've shot out of orbit into a new orbit. Like in the constellation of your relationships, it will take some time for them to adjust, but it will go quickly and easily if you do not promote yourself or you do not defend yourself. Remember this, and also not hiding. And be very aware of this, not hiding is not promoting. You see? These clarifications of you and the world, these reveals always when we attune in it, soon you will forget how it used to feel. And now this is just what it feels to be me, one will say. Yeah. So, but I think it's important for us to share these things in humility as a generosity and an offering, and then it's important for us to celebrate it with the same humility and generosity. And remember also, this isn't an experience. There is a sense of contrast, but it isn't really experience, because what can come can go. This is not that. This is revealing who you are at a more subtle level. Who you are cannot come and go. And now also, in review from this place, you look back on what you might call your life, and you see the perfection. So, know now, as you continue, you must know if it was then this perfection, it is now. And whatever delight and whatever challenge, whatever comes that is difficult and whatever goes that you will grieve, also the same perfection. And now your great wisdom is the recognition that you have but only to surrender to what is, into what is arising. That the great wisdom is surrender, a total acceptance to what is. You do not need to curate, cultivate, or manifest in this new octave. You simply soften and allow, like this. At any time in our expansion, we can put the brakes on and move out from there in the world, claiming this and that. You sort of enter this new dimension of your awareness. I'm not being sci-fi here. This is just our sense of perceptions, okay? And once you step into it, the door through which you entered will close, and you don't know when you'll come back to it. Whatever you touch in any octave of your experience will touch back. It will touch back. Whatever you reach to possess will possess you. This is the way of it. Always has been. So once you detach, remain unattached. You see? If what you want is liberation, if what you want is the ultimate joy, so many heavens, there is no right and wrong in this also. You be as you wish. It's essential for you and everyone that you practice ahimsa, of course. Nonviolence, which you see is becoming a subtler and subtler. You see that even your very anger is a violence manifest in the mind. So when each time you enter like this, there's something is revealed. You are revealed to yourself in a subtler way. The world appears different by your perception. And now is the time, not from a standpoint of morality or trying to be a good person or trying not to be a bad person, no longer motivated by fear. Now is the time for the yamas and niyamas, the 10 commandments, the precepts. Now is the time for that, as a guide to your own developing wisdom and discernment, not from a place of fear, like it was, and like it still is for so many, and it has its purpose for this. But now this is to guide you to really cultivate the ultimate joy. To guide you through and around the old echoes of temptation that will reanimate an old world. And when you lose your drishti and wander off, distracted or entertained by something, it's not a problem. Don't make it a problem. Remember, fear is behind. You simply forgive again, detach again. And once you forgive and detach, the new will seem to reveal itself again. The now will reveal itself. Whether this is, for you, each of you now, or whether it's something that's just a seed planted that will come to mind at a time you need it, sometime soon. So, especially in satsang, there's never anything that this isn't for me. It's never true, this. Every moment is always in this perfection that Kiran mentioned. Every moment, every happening is for you. Good, bad, and neutral is just for your discernment, to sift through the contrasting experiences. Everything is guiding you either away from something or towards something, so that you can navigate with increasing focus on your drishti, your want of wants. Okay.